I'm just saying Edward Snowden becomes a Pepe, that he becomes a scapegoat for, what you could call the deep state or the establishment, which has essentially created $37 trillion in debt.
Yeah, so we could change the topic. Like, we know that we have problems at home, but I don't think Edward Snowden has anything to do with debt, or printing money,
Oh,
or
really?
all
You
the
think that
crazy
the domestic
interventions.
surveillance system isn't a multi-hundred-billion-dollar surveillance system that, he was working on, through Booz Allen Hamilton? I mean, it's
No,
one
I
giant
didn't say
debt.
what you just said. I've actually already explained the expansion of the surveillance state all the way to Big Beautiful Bill. I'm not sure why you're changing the topic and putting me in this Snowden
I'm not putting
comparison
you
to
in any
Congress.
position. I'm just asking a question. I mean, the big beautiful bill, yes, it keeps funding. I mean, what's the name of the National Surveillance Act? Is that what it is that they have to reconfirm annually? Is it through the NDAA?
I don't remember the exact legislation, but of course our Congress is an issue and completely separate from Snowden.
Well, anyways, the National Surveillance Act, I believe, is annually reaffirmed. And, why does your Congress just keep, annually recertifying it?
Are you not an American?
No, I'm an American born and bred.
Why why is it my Congress and not our Congress?
Well, I'm just making, an editorial, they or we, but
Our
it's
Congress,
our
John. Come
Congress
on.
people.
It is though, brother.
But we
No, I
vote
agree with
for
you,
our
brother.
Congress people.
I agree with you, brother. Um, but there's like, it's really hard to get will around like
Wait,
any
why do you
policy
think I'm your
that's.
brother? I mean, based on your PTR, I am not your brother.
But you don't know anything about my PTR.
I don't like it.
It's just a picture in Chicago back on the 4th of July.
Yeah, you look like an anarchist.
That's not me. I'm not the guy in the picture.
Well, you're representing the guy in the picture by being the speaker of the guy, in the picture. It's your PTR. It should
I'm
represent
not
you.
speaking for the guy in the picture.
Well, look at my PTR. Then look at Mojo's. I think they pretty accurately
What's wrong with
reflect
yours,
you.
bro? I'm from Colorado Springs. We probably got a lot in common. What's wrong with you?
I'm just saying I don't like your PTR. I think it's disrespectful, anarchical, and looks like an Antifa scumbag.
I'm not judging your PTR for trying to represent multiple national identities. You're the one trying to create separation between us.
I'm just
I
saying
don't
we
understand
might
that.
not be brothers, and therefore, it's not,
No,
our
we are.
Congress
We
people.
are though, but you can create the separation. That's up to you, my brother.
Well, did you answer the survey previously? Did you vote for Kamala and Tim Walz?
No, brother. And honestly, I've never been a Democrat, so I don't know why you're
Well, did
making
you vote for
assumptions
Trump,
instead of just
brother?
talking to me.
Did you vote for Trump, brother?
I voted for Trump before. I
Did
have
you
voted
vote
for
for?
Trump before.
You never voted for Trump before, brother?
No, I have.
Oh, so twice. You voted for him twice, brother?
No, I didn't vote for him twice.
All right, well then we're not brothers.
I know you're one of those people that separates yourself from the other parts of society and elevates your own perspective, but you're trying to represent two
You
national
might be
identities.
projecting, brother. You might be projecting there, brother.
How do you split? How do you balance out two national identities? Are you also a dual citizen?
Well, you see, I'm an American, born and bred, but my daddy's side of the family, they Jewish. And so I love Jews and I love
I didn't say
Israel.
shit about religion, bro. I said nation.
Yeah, I know. Israel is the Jewish nation. It's the homeland of the Jews.
So are you American?
I'm American, brother.
Yeah, so we make Americans make room for all these different perspectives. That's one
Of
of our
course,
values.
we're American.
Exactly. So we got to make room for our brothers that think they need to have multiple national identities as well. I think it's a part of our core
I
values.
say, I say, be who you want to be. If you want to be an Antifa, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Live by the sword. You're gonna die by the
I'm
sword.
not Antifa, bro.
Then what are you,
Yes.
brother?
I think he's a proud boy.
I'm not a proud boy, but that could have been when I was younger.
Well, what are you now, brother? If you were the king of America and emperor supreme, what would you do for your people, brother?
I've never contemplated an emperor in this goddamn country.
Well, if you were the
Did you go to
president,
January 6th? Were you there on January 6th, Christopher?
No, I wasn't there on January 6th.
well, if you were the president, brother, what would you do for we the people?
All I'm trying to say is I could put a similar picture of Steve Bannon last week, and then people would make that assumption, and then they would say I'm this or that. It doesn't even matter what my picture is if you're not trying to get to know me.
Well, then
Anyways,
I'll respectfully,
Nothing wrong with
stop
that,
asking you any more questions. I did want to ask another question because we do talk about the public debt quite a bit in this room, the unfunded liabilities and the funded liabilities. But what about all that private debt that Americans are contending with?
I don't even say acts. So now you're just being a racist.
No, I'm saying I'm gonna ask Grok right now, how much outstanding private debt is there? Meaning credit cards, mortgage obligations, car payments, medical liabilities. What is the total outstanding number of debt in the private marketplace?
What is it, like 5 trillion, 6 trillion?
10 trillion, but a lot of that is mortgages.
Mortgages. Credit is probably about 3 trillion, I bet, consumer credit. But shit, I think my picture's more American than yours is, John.
Really? You think being a black masked vagrant in the street with a middle finger up, swearing at police, is more patriotic than a man wearing a Trump hat,
I
wearing a
definitely
book,
think there's
holding
a
a book that
precedent
says the
for
Book of the Law with an American
anti-federal and
flag and a
anti-state.
Freemasonic apron and an Israeli flag and a veteran flag? You think your flag? You think your PTR is more patriotic than my
I
PTR?
do, though. I definitely do, especially since the individual is only representing themselves, not multiple nations.
Well, I got to tell you, I do not like foreign aid, but if there is one country on this planet that I want to send as much foreign aid to, it is Israel, the land of the
You just
Jews.
contradicted yourself.
Well, I've been to Israel many times, and I know they are surrounded on every sector except the ocean by Islamic terrorists, jihadists that want to kill them and take their land. And therefore, I feel sending at least maybe $100 billion of our NDAA to the Israeli government so they can buy as many weapons as they possibly can and train as many soldiers as they possibly can to defend their country against Islamic jihadist Muslim Mohammedan terrorists.
Yes, and to commit genocide.
No, defend Israel against Mohammedan Islamic jihadist
That's the
terrorists.
idealistic perspective on Israel, but I understand what you're saying.
Oh, thanks, brother. Thanks for confirming what I'm saying. I'm glad you agree with me now.
No, I didn't say I agree. I understand that you have foreign interest on your heart and that you advocate for sending money to other countries to carry out genocide.
Well, have you ever
But
owned a house that became infected with bed bugs or ants and you had to buy insecticide to deal with, the invasion?
yeah, brother, I'm not down for that. Humans are not bugs.
No, I agree with you. But unfortunately, when the Palestinians on a weekly basis shoot rockets over into all your major cities for years and years and years, I mean, this was the straw that broke the camel's back. It's called October 7th. And unfortunately, it's supernova Gaza.
Yeah, that's one way to think about it. But anyways, I normally don't embrace the dual citizen, dual nationality perspective in domestic politics. It's foreign influence. That's all I'm trying to say.
I agree, but I'm
We do
just
have
saying, based on the
we do
averages,
have foreigners that do respect our political institutions, and they don't try to lobby them for interest abroad.
oh,
So I do appreciate those folks.
Like Iran, like Russia. You think these countries don't try to buy political influence in this country all the time, every day,
Well, no, it's a
every
highly competitive
Saudi
political environment.
Arabia,
We have tons of foreign influence coming
UAE,
into the country.
Dubai.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be any different than them, so I'm not even sure why you're saying that.
Well, I'm just an American like you, brother.
No, you got 2 flags behind you. I only got one.
Really, where's your flag? Is it the kafia?
See, who is this guy? He's being a racist, bigot, rude motherfucker. And I've actually never worn a keffiyeh. I'm not Muslim. And you need to watch how you talk around here.
He's a troll, Christopher.
I know, but he's a dumb
Oh, I'm not a
motherfucker.
troll. I mean, he's slanging some real insults here. I didn't get petty like you and start insulting you the way you're insulting me. You're no gentleman, sir.
Yeah, you just running your fucking mouth, boy.
Well, there we go. You're no gentleman.
I'm not. I never claimed to be. I'm not like you. I'm not fake as fuck.
All right, sir. Well, I respect gentlemen.
I'm sure that we're not in the same league, my brother, so that's good to know.
Well, you, sir, are no gentleman.
And I don't think you have to be Antifa to be on some fuck the police shit. Like, I was never associated with Antifa growing up. I was associated with a bunch of military veterans and former law enforcement and security professionals, and that's where I developed my own viewpoint on fuck the police.
Well, thus, you are associated with some of the lowest IQ people in society today.
No, definitely very smart people that defended the country and also went out and put the badge on and did as good as they could for the American public. And only represented one flag, the American flag. That was the only flag that was allowed in my household.
All or nothing, huh?
No, we were just taught that we were Americans and that America was the priority.
Well, I say America first, Israel second.
Yeah, I never grew up like that, but I understand that some people did.
Well, you're no gentleman, and I really don't like your PTR. I think it's vulgar, immature, unprofessional, and downright disgusting.
That's no problem. I understand that.
I mean, aren't you a
This flag right
contrarian?
here.
You say you come from a family of police officers and military men and women, but yet, you are supporting a PTR which shows a miscreant in the street, a radical anarchist, flipping off the police.
I mean, I would flip the police off too if it was necessary. And I'm not a radical anarchist. So.
Well, is that from the Summer of Love in 2020 when the BLM stormed all the grocery stores and convenience shops and looted the city, causing chaos and murders everywhere?
It was the 4th of July in Chicago in 2025. Now, this flag right here.
When is it necessary to flick off the police, though?
It depends on your politics. This flag right here, this is a picture of a flag that I saw at the Art Museum in Washington, D.C., right down from the Capitol. And obviously all the museums that are institutional and they're free to us because we pay an outrageous amount of money to the federal government. But this flag was in the Art Museum in Washington, D.C. The museum's on Pennsylvania.
So, Christopher, do you think that feeding baby parts to alligators as opposed to just discarding them in the garbage would be a more effective use of abortion?
I don't even understand the structure of that question, but I do get that you're trying to project your worldview by leading the witness.
I'm just saying it's a waste to kill 60,000 children in this country a month and not use the baby parts to feed the alligators.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Are there no moderators left in this room? What's going on here? We're letting John run the show?
I'm just asking, what is a patriot?
Hold on. So far, nobody's violating any rules. We have short shares. Nobody's speaking over each other. Nobody's using the N-word. We're all speaking English. No doxing, no threat. I mean, we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty moderate.
Fair enough. It is entertaining. I just didn't know if y'all were there. Hey, what's up?
Can I just say to whoever said, why would you ever need to give the fingers or give the cops the finger? As a Canadian, we can't do that here. You could actually, in Quebec anyways, you could be arrested for giving the cops the finger. And as a Canadian, that sounds like the most badass, most American thing you could do is give the cops the finger. And so, as a Canadian, I just can't. I wish I could do that, and you shouldn't say that.
Thank you, Jarl. And we don't live in a motherfucking police state. We ain't subservient to these goddamn law enforcement agencies. So anybody that teaches you that we are is a propagandist.
Well, see, my father was a police officer, and I have served myself in the military. So there's just, proper behavior. I mean, if you're going to protest, be smart about it. Get involved in politics. Do some marketing online. But to go in the street and waste your time flicking off some cop on a midnight shift, you're a fucking loser.
The picture wasn't at midnight, and there was a whole line of police. And it was 12 o'clock in the afternoon on Dearborn Street.
Great. I'm just saying, if you walk around downtown Chicago in masks, flipping off cops and taking photos of yourself so you can come on a social audio chat app and say how badass you are a loser.
I know, but nobody's doing that here. That's not me in the photo.
I'm just saying, be smart about your protest activities if you want change.
I'm not a protester, but okay, bro.
Okay, sorry, brother. I guess I'm just really inferring.
Yeah, fuck the police. Completely agree with that.
All right, well, I'm canceling your boat invite tomorrow at noon, Hekima. You can F the police by yourself.
You never saw the location anyway, so cut it out.
Fight the power.
I was gonna campaign for you in Rockford. You can cut it. I got a lot of.
Okay, you know what? F the police, Hekima. You know what? I'll put that as one of my slogans. My constituent and campaign volunteer Hekima says, F the police. Do you agree with Hekima?
Just like a politician. Good job.
It's hard to find support these days. That's right, I'm running for Congress. And I thought about this.
That's the gag.
I thought about this today. If I was the leader, what would I do for my people? Well, I'll tell you what I'd want to do for them. One is I want to lower their taxes, their property taxes, their income taxes. And you know what? I want to eliminate some public debt. And maybe we can eliminate some private debt. Because if I was really interested in the well-being of my people, I wouldn't want them to have to pay so much to me, their government.
So, Christopher, in the spirit of, John being, and having ambitions for Congress, he's in the spirit, you got to dress the part first, right? So in the spirit of wanting to be an elected politician, like a true politician, he continues to change the subject.
Oh. Now, John, where are you running for office?
In the great congressional district of 16 in Illinois. That's Rockford, Peoria, Bloomington, Normal.
Okay, brother. I'm here in Chicago, so I'll look out for you.
Great, brother. Keep going to more protests and keep taking more photos of yourself telling the police to F off so I can give it to Heckham on my campaign manager.
I do got a shit ton of family and friends in Rockford, though.
Well, let's rock out Rockford. I say vote Kitover before the financial collapse is over.
Thanks for your service, John.
I'm just trying to figure out, however, Mr. John.
Wait, Nye, before you go, when people say, I want to thank you for your service, I like to say, don't thank me. Thank all the people that died fighting for your freedom in Afghanistan and Iraq and Somalia and Syria and Yemen and maybe the tips of around wherever else this army went. Thank them. I'm here as a healthy, wealthy man trying to get into office. Don't thank me. Thank the dead soldiers who have kept your freedom and liberties possible.
Well, the dead soldiers, my friends and family, but certainly not protecting freedom. But that's a cool narrative that they used to push back in the day.
So, John, I have a question. Let me let Hakima go. Go, no, please, Hakima. I'm out to you, sir.
Nah, we talk at the same time. Now. Don't do that now. Don't do that.
I'm just saying that.
I was agreeing with Christopher, that's all. You got it.
I just want to know, who do you call if someone breaks into your house, Christopher?
Ghostbusters.
who do I call if somebody breaks into my house? Well, I grew up in Colorado, so we got the make my day law, so we could just pull our gun out and execute that person on our property without going through any legal proceedings.
But don't you live in Chicago?
I live in a high rise with security, so nobody's breaking into my apartment.
Do you mind if I ask, do you own a gun, Christopher? Are you a gun owner?
Yeah, but I don't hold any in Chicago. I got them all back in Colorado. Too much liability out here.
I was about to say, in Chicago, I don't think so.
Hold on, I'm in Chicago, Cook County. I got a shit ton.
That's their point, man.
No, I mean I could transfer them. I just choose not to. I choose to pay for security and the high rise, that kind of shit. That's all. But I definitely agree with you, Ekama.
We got concealed carry out here. What you talking about? There's no ban on guns.
I know, but it's too much liability for me. But I definitely agree.
I was letting her know because she was acting like this.
Christopher.
I never said there was a ban on any guns, did I? I didn't hear those words come out of my mouth.
Christopher, you had another profile on this app like a couple years ago, right? And I think you did like a debate with Peter Schiff.
Yeah, I debated Peter and a whole bunch of other people. I mean, there's so many to name. Sam, what was Sam? Sam, the deterministic neuroscientist. Eric Weinstein, who's awesome, by the way. There are so many people.
Did you debate Thom?
I don't remember that name. There was lots of heads of state.
No, you wouldn't have talked to Sam. Sam's like this metrosexual fucking European pop singer guy that it would read from books, and he would be in a conservative clubhouse space, and everybody thought that he had all these original ideas when he would just read to people. Sam is one of the dumbest people that's ever been on this app. Anyways.
Peter's a nice guy, though. I like Peter.
Yeah, Peter Schiff's great.
So how do you view Peter Schiff? Because to me, he kills two birds with one stone by being an asset manager and say, hey, the economy is going to crash. The dollar's going to go to nothing. Your purchasing power is going nowhere. They're inflating the money supply. Invest with me. Invest in my gold asset management platform. Like, do you view him as being just Peter, and like that's the game and he's very smart?
No, John, I agree with your critique. I brought it up too. But he's still a nice guy.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, technically all communication is hypnosis. So is the Federal Reserve just a communication organization that can happen to wire transfer hundreds of billions of dollars to BlackRock?
Yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying.
I mean, I don't think that his if the status quo is the status quo in the future now, I mean, gold stocks are going to be where they're at right now. Like, there's never going to be some 1000x on Newmont Mining or Kinross Gold Corp. So I think to like not diversify is a bad investment approach. But
I agree with you. It's a rhetorical tactic, like you said, to drive people to make allocations with him, but he's good at it.
Yeah,
Hey Roger, I'm disappointed you didn't put my PTR in the running. I think you might want to take another look at my PTR and put it in. I think that's just as patriotic, but I still think Christopher might win though.
What's amazing about Euro Pacific Capital and Peter Schiff is he makes claims and says things that no other major bank or investment firm can possibly make.
Example.
Wells Fargo wealth advisors would never issue press releases and create podcasts about how the Federal Reserve is creating an artificial, equity bubble and go on and on about taxes and inflation and the value of the dollar, the history of the Federal Reserve. Like, they're never going to create content or discuss any of these things because it's all just branded marketing communication. And so Peter Schiff, has an advantage there.
So Peter's interesting. I like him a lot, but his dad is the legend. For those of you that don't know his dad, you guys should go read the book, The Federal Mafia. It's one of the best books ever written about why we should push back against taxation.
I'll check it out. And Heckema, are you in Chicago?
Yeah.
We'll have to link up.
I'm in the south suburbs, but we definitely can link up.
Okay, I was on the southwest side earlier today for action that was in Bridgeview, Illinois.
Why don't you guys all meet up at the campaign headquarters for John Kitover?
I mean, if John invites us.
Yeah, you guys can come out on my sailboat for the slip that I can't afford to pay. And I'm walking away from my boat in October, so we got a couple more months to enjoy the Lady Hawk rent free.
I am not getting on no sailboat with John Kitover. That would not happen.
John, what slip are you in? Which
I'm at Montrose Harbor, and they got a great restaurant there called the Dock Restaurant, and girls are already in the bikinis.
I'm by DuSable Harbor.
Okay, you changed my mind. I'll show up.
And anyway, how could you not trust John? There's always a camera on him at all times. You're safe.
He might be one of them serial killers that record his victims, so that might be it too.
No, that's his subscription service. You got to pay extra for that. That's an experience.
If I get too drunk, then he gets too comfortable.
Yeah, all the videos is like an insurance policy, because if I ever disappear, at least I'll be on 30 cell phones still.
John, did you get on the ballot yet?
No, just getting on the ballot is the huge challenge.
I know.
They challenge every single signature, and if you don't actually door knock and have the address list, good luck getting the required number of signatures at grocery stores. It's got to be Republicans. They've got a database. Their signature has to match perfectly. Their name has to match It is the biggest fucking scam, and the most ridiculous obligations they put on candidates to get onto the ballots or the primary. It's
I know.
insane.
I got on the ballot in the last cycle, but I took a different approach.
Hey, John, do you know who Mark Rice is?
Yeah, I know Mark. Yeah.
Is he like in the same district as you, or no? I know he's also running for Congress too. So.
Yeah, he's running in 13, I think. He ran against Raja Krishnamurti in the last cycle, and Raja won, but Raja's running now for senator, and this guy blankets the airwaves. I mean, he's got $30 million, and he just blankets. Everybody sees this Indian guy holding up his fist saying, "I stand up to Trump. I fight Trump. Resist Trump." I mean, that's the type of messaging he puts out, and he thinks that's what people want to hear to vote for him.
It might be in this fucking state.
Well, what I'm saying is the message doesn't matter. Buying the medium is what matters. Owning the signal, but what you put out doesn't even seem to fucking matter, because that's not a very, that's not a great direct response advertisement. I mean, there's a lot of different messaging he could put out, but instead he chooses to attack Trump in his advertisements.
Yeah, it's pretty lame.
That's all you need to do in that state.
Yeah, that's true. At least in the Chicago metro. That wouldn't work in like central or southern Illinois.
See, he's got a lot of Indians. There's a lot of Indians in Chicago, and if you could organize the Indians in Chicago, I mean, that's like millions of voters. I had a friend in high school whose father was a very successful entrepreneur, but guess what his business was? He had a travel agency, and he flew over about 100,000 Indians into the Chicagoland area, resettled them. Amazingly, they got citizenship. He started a radio, he started a newspaper, started an Indian grocery store. So people have made a lot of money on what you might call illegal immigration, but everybody's very successful. They got great families. They're not high in the crime rackets. So, God bless all the Patels and Krishnamurtis, but there's a lot of them in Chicago.
You don't think there's a majority of them on H-1Bs?
There's
You
a
don't think
lot
the
of
majority of them
H-1Bs.
on H-1B visas, John?
No, I think back in the 80s, there was this H-1B visa was bullshit. People just came over and through immigration lawyers or however they did it, they got citizenship. But they're the best, you know? Who do you think is working for the conductor manufacturers, the cell phone manufacturers? It's all these electrical engineers, and a lot of their last names are Patel.
Oh shit, John, you crack me up.
Has the Indian population been growing like exponentially, like in the last couple years, or what's the
Not
trend
exponentially. It's on a it's it's hitting a plateau right now because a lot of domestic U.S. companies have paused hiring for anybody that's not a U.S. citizen. It's even the big Deloittes or Accentures of the world. So it's a plateau, and it was never exponential. It's always been a small minority population in the labor force.
Wait, are you that guy that got let go from Accenture 2 years ago and still doesn't have a job?
No, I've never worked for Big Four consulting.
You're a software developer, right?
No, I'm not a software engineer.
So what do you do?
I'm in the tech industry. I started a technology company.
What does your company do?
It's like a combination of media and hyper local political risk.
Oh, got it. You got a spam business.
I mean, I'm taking political structures and transforming them into mathematical models. I've got clients on Wall Street, so.
Well, Mazel Tov. Do you know what the source of income is?
Which source of income?
I'm asking you, what is the source of income?
My source of income?
What is the general source of income?
Alternative data.
So alternative data is the source of income?
For my business, yeah.
Got it. Okay.
It's a pretty big market, to be honest with you, and it's global.
Well, how do you increase your income? Does that mean you have to increase your data set?
No, it's more about like extracting the data and supplying it to the consumers in a way that works for their business. Some businesses have less technical competency, so then it's better to supply them with a platform where they can do sort of like drag and drop analytics. And then obviously I'm tuning that to whatever use case they have. It's not just financial firms. It could be like lobbying, corporate security, activist, and community
But if
organizations.
you want to increase your income, what adjustments would you have to make?
Adjustments
to your model. If you want to increase your income, what adjustments are you going to make?
It's a startup, so it's unknown.
Got it. Because I read a book about what the source of income is, and so I was just wondering if your thoughts and opinions might align with what I read in what's called a book.
I haven't read that book.
It's called The Book of Income.
I'm sure it's interesting.
It is. It's got a lot of wisdom-based approaches to increasing your income.
Yeah, there's different ways to do it. I get that. But for this, it's more about, can I commercialize novel technology? And there's not really a way to predict that. You just take the risk and eat shit, or you don't.
Have you used Polymarket to do any type of data analysis on your income potential?
Have you ever seen Spy versus Spy? Like, remember the old cartoon? That's what this reminds me of right now in this moment. This is like troll versus troll. Like, I am cracking the fuck up laughing right now.
I'm not trolling, though. Maybe John is trolling, but I'm not trolling.
See,
Yeah,
people,
I don't see Chris trolling at all.
Chris, it's
See,
because
I don't see John trolling at all. Like, he might be known as one, but I don't see him trolling right now.
I know I'm having some fun here, but you may not call this trolling. This may be, like I call it like petting, or I would call this like petting. Petting at a barbecue, of course. Chris, have you ever self roasted yourself?
Like roast, like you mean like make fun of myself?
Yeah, self deprecating humor. I mean, have you ever like been the topic of a roast?
Oh, for sure.
Hillary, I need a full frame camera.
No, Chris, he meant stick a pipe up your ass and out your mouth and stick yourself over a fire.
No, I've never done that.
That's some Adam shit.
Only risk can come with that thought.
Well, he had to pause and think about it because he's so autistic. He's like, does he mean like
Chris,
roast myself or like self-deprecate?
Chris, I recently got an invite to the Bohemian Grove. I'm wondering if you want to be my plus one.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a place in the forests of California outside of San Francisco where a group of elites get together to do the care ritual. Do you know what the care ritual is?
Doesn't sound like my style, but I'm not familiar.
It's basically like an invocation to remove all care of the outside world. So when you're in the Bohemian Grove, you're not thinking about what's happening outside of Bohemian Grove. It's called the care ritual.
They also pretend to sacrifice a virgin. I mean, they don't do it anymore, but...
Well, no, because who can find a virgin these days?
Yeah, I know, right? Well, the Mohammedans can, but they start early.
I'm a
Most-
virgin.
Yeah, I'm just saying the Muslims do, but they have to start really young.
Sorry, autocorrect. What did you mean to say? What, Kristen?
I'm a virgin.
Okay. As one of your best friends, I will absolutely go along with whatever lie you tell me I need to tell the other people. So, guys, she is a virgin. Virgo? Was it Virgo? Okay, no.
I appreciate that, Hillary.
Okay.
I'm a virgin too, Kristen. I know. We virgins have to stick together.
So I got a question about the title of the room. What is a patriot? I was watching the movie Patriot with Mel Gibson, and I was thinking, like, is patriotism a mental health disorder? Because, he rebelled against that Lord Cornwallis and murdering all these people, but then he's got that asshole guy, the dragoon who's, a madman. So, like, what is a patriot?